Hello everyone, welcome to another session with me. This is Sanyukta Saxena. This is the third session on Zentangle Ensembles. Hope you liked the first two sessions. So today again we will be drawing an ensemble, a set of tiles which will be sharing a similar kind of a string. When they are put together, they make up a beautiful piece of work. So I have four square tiles in front of me today. They are a little smaller than the 3.5-inch regular tile. I have cut it to the size of 3 inch by 3 inch. Yes. And now straight away I'm going to be putting down the string. So as you can see, I have done some pencil work on the tiles just for the sake of reference. So my string is proper. Yes. So I'm going to be inking it in front of you and you would know how. So use a bolder black nib and draw some nice beautiful mochas on two of the sides of your tile. Yes, so again I'm going to start here, go up, give a nice curl and come down. So that's mocha on two sides. I will do exactly the same on this one also. So again go up, give a nice curl and then come down from where you started. Again on one more side I'm going to start right here, go up, give a nice curl, draw a nice mocha, come down. Yes, those are two of our tiles. Moving to the third one, again go up, give a nice curl, draw a nice big pod or head, whatever you want to call it. Again go to the other side, give a nice curl, come back. Yes, that's the third one. And finally I'll do the same for one more tile, the fourth tile. Go up, draw a nice pod, come down, again start here, go up, give a nice curl and then come down. Yes, so that's our string running through all four tiles, the same string, and then we will tangle on all the four tiles. Yes, first this part of the mocha which is falling on the inner side of the mocha, the inside of the mocha. Think of any tangle that you wish to draw. I'm going to be going with a simple tangle called Knight's Bridge. Yes, so that will add some drama to my tile. So I'm going to start with a little curvy lines, a slight curve, not much, as I draw the lines, little bit of curve, and then I'm going to draw the square grid just as we do for the Tangle Knight's Bridge. Right now I'm not thinking about the other side. Yes, I will do exactly the same here also. So starting with a slightly curved line, go ahead. The slight curve will add a little dimension when you shade your Knight's Bridge. That's the only purpose. Yes. And then the square grid. Take your time. It's not necessary you have to draw the lines in this fashion. You can also give a diamond shape just by varying the way you draw the grid. The Knight's Bridge, the look of the Knight's Bridge, the shape of these squares will vary. Yes, coming to the second. So this line will not make much of a difference. when you draw those horizontal lines, maybe you would like to coordinate with the other side a little bit. Yes. So when I'm drawing the other set of lines, maybe I will keep them together like this and then try and coordinate them. Even if they are not, need not worry, that's fine. They need not be perfectly coordinated. They would look nice. Everything looks nice as far as Zentangle is concerned. Yes. So just taking a cue from the previous style, and then you can finish it like this. Yes. So I'll do exactly the same here. Don't bother about these vertical lines. Just give a slight curve as you draw them, and then when you're drawing the next set of lines, try kind of coordinate them if possible. Yeah. Take your time, slowly do the exercise. So these tiles are done. I will do these two exactly in the same fashion. Yes. You take your own time. So I have completed that exercise for all my tiles. The next step is to ink just the way you ink your Knightsbridge, alternate spaces. You can use a boulder nib, or if you want, you can use a O1. I'm going to be using my O1 because the spaces are small, and patiently going to ink my Knightsbridge. This is going to take a little bit of time. Give it that time. Be patient. Take a break if you need to in between, but ink your Knightsbridge just like a checkerboard, slowly on all the tiles. Enjoy the drama that it adds to your tile. That's why we chose this tangle, because of the drama that it adds. Yes. Take your time and slowly ink your Knightsbridge on all the tiles. So as I mentioned, there are many ways you can create an ensemble. For example, you can have one tangle running through many tiles, so that one tile has only a part of the tangle, or you can have same string on all tiles. They kind of make a meta pattern when you put the tiles together. That's one more way. Or you can have different strings running through different tiles, but the strings are of such a nature that when they put together, they kind of relate to each other. They look like related to each other, and the tiles kind of make a complete piece when put together. So many ways to approach ensembles. I'm just giving you few ideas, as I always do. You can take it further from here, take a cue from the videos, and create your own pieces. So this is going to take a little bit of time. As I mentioned, be patient and do this activity for all your tiles. Yes. So you can see here I am done with inking my first tile. Now that I move on to the second, I am again trying, although it's not essential or compulsory to do so, but I'm trying to ensure that I ink or start from the alternate space. Yes, so that the pattern of the Knightsbridge, the alternate spaces being inked, is maintained. So it's sufficient that you start the first row in that fashion and then automatically everything else gets synced. Yes. So I've now started my second tile. And I'm going to continue in the same fashion, ink alternate spaces. Like this. Yes. So I'm almost finished inking my Knightsbridge. Just few more sections left. Do it at your own pace. Take your time, no hurry. The last few rows there. Make sure you ink it nicely. And I'm done. Yes. So what I'm going to do next is, I think, insert a small moon pie in each of these sections, right? So I'm just going to take a pencil reference and kind of halfway mark of these mukas that we have drawn. I'm going to insert some moon pie. Yes, and then probably we will color the rest of the tile and then tangle over it. So moon pie again, I'm just going to start with some random inking here. The small little space in between the two mukas, I'm just going to add some ink there and then start inserting tangles of my choice, some orbs, some lines, whatever you feel like. Yes, you can add anything, some fine lines or probably triangles, some doodah. Yeah, I think now it's clear. So I'm going to add some doodah. And finally one more layer of any tangle of your choice. Probably we will go with some shattuck. Take your time. Choose any tangle that comes to you easily. These are just suggestions. You can have any tangles in your moon pie. Yes, so I'm going to do this exercise for all my tiles. Preferably repeating the tangles, but it's no hard and fast rule. If you want to insert some other set of tangles, you can do that. Some orbs. Some triangles. Some doodah. and then probably some shattuck. Yes. Inking the innermost aura, the space. I think it adds to the look of the shattuck. Highlighting my doodah a little more. Yes, so I will do exactly the same for the other two also. So I finished drawing my moon pie on each of these tiles, and now straight away I'm going to use some shades of blue to add color to the rest of my tile. So I'm using a darker shade of blue at the edges, and then I'm going to add the lighter shade of blue in the rest of the tile. Sorry. So 2 shades of blue that I'm using here. And then just use your water brush or any normal brush and start to blend the color, the beautiful pigment. Take it away from the edges. And blend. If you want to add more color, you can do that. I'm going to be keeping it like this. Yes. So that's one of our tile. I'm going to do exactly the same for the rest of the tiles also. So use your blue or any other color that you wish to, that's fine. I feel like using blues today, so I'm using blue. You can use any colors of your choice, that's fine. So take your time. The next layer I'm going to be adding the lighter shade of blue. You can add as much as you want. So blend it now. So I'm using quite a bit of water here. So give your tile some time to dry up. As much color as you want, whatever color that you wish to. Yes, so I'm going to do that exercise for the remaining 2 tiles also. So once the color has dried up, now it's the time to tangle. Again, it is a choice whether you want to keep all the tiles similar or same, then you can add the same tangles in each of the tiles, or you can do 2 tangles in one set of tiles and the next set of tangles in the other 2, or you can have 4 different tangles in each of these tiles. That's entirely your choice. So I'm going to be again doing the same thing that I have been doing in the last 2 sessions. I will keep 2 side tiles similar, right? So Let's start with the first tangle here. I'm going to be adding a tangle called squid. Yes, so I've started with some caviars or Bronx cheers, whatever you want to call them, some orbs with an aura. The inner orb, I'm filling it up with a small highlight. The highlight can be further enhanced with your GellyRoll. Yes, so I've added a few. I'm going to add some simple orbs also, like these. Wherever you feel like, a few of them. And then I'm going to add these nice and beautiful tentacle shapes, long pointed leaves, whatever you want to call it, adding weight to one side of the line. Yes, drawing randomly, not thinking much, where what. Slowly take your time. Try overlaps. Always a good idea to draw behind as far as Zentangle is concerned. Gives you excellent shading opportunity. Take your time. Draw as many as you feel like. Draw behind as much as you can. Take your time. Yes, so I'm going to add more. Slowly try to fill up the entire space, or else you can add some bubbles, indirellas, whole lot of tangles that you can choose from. Moving on to the next side, the other side, again adding some nice tentacle shape, some weight on one side of the line. Yes, take your time. Now I think you would understand why I went with blue. Yes, so kind of gives an underwater feel to my tile. And the tangle squid perfectly fits wherever there is an underwater kind of a feel. Yes, so I think to start with this much is enough. You can draw a few more, draw behind wherever you wish to. Like this. Yes, the rest of the tile I would probably add some bit of indirellas. We have already used this tangle once. Yes, as many as you wish to, no hard and fast rules there. A beautiful tangle to draw, purely line based, some curved lines first increasing in size and then diminishing, pure auras, lines not touching each other. I think that's enough. Yes, if you want you can add some more orbs in between spaces. Generally we do add orbs in these spaces inside our squid, as many as you wish to. Yes. So let's stop here. In the second tile, I'm going to be drawing a tangle called finery. Yes, again a tangle which has these dividing lines. You can add some bit of weight again on one side of the line. So go back and add a little extra ink to the second line. Again, I'm going to add one more set of line, basically dividers, between which we will be adding some nice wavy lines which will look like petals. Yes, so let's start. I'm going to start like this. Curvy lines going up, a slight curve here and a slight curve as you end. A slight curve here, a slight curve as you end. Something like this. Yes, beautiful stroke. Again the same exercise from the other side. A slight curve as you start, a slight curve as you end. Try coordinating the two sides if possible. Tangle pattern finery. Yes, that was one. This side it would be only one set of lines. Again I'm trying to coordinate with the other side. Take your time. And then similarly on this side, a slight curve, basically retracing a part of the straight line and then giving that slight curve at the other end also. Yes, now one more exercise that you generally do with finery is to add the small sharp nail like shapes, protrusions, whatever you want to call it, pointed shapes. Yes, and then you have tiny dots or orbs coming out like this. Simple tangle to draw, looks beautiful when shaded. That's the whole fun of drawing this tangle finery. Small little orbs, or they can be simple dots, whichever way you like it. No hard and fast rules there. Yes, this part also you can just draw the dots. Like this, and similarly on this side. And that's about it. We are done drawing our finery. Yes, so I will do exactly the same in the other two tiles also. So we are done with the tangling. Let us now move on to shade our tile. So use your graphite pencil, blending stubs. We'll first shade our mukas. You can also add blue on your mukas if you want. I'm first going to add graphite. If I feel like, probably we can add some blue there also. So on the boards, just adding some graphite like this. Beginning of the lines. Both sides of the moons, the moon pies. Don't add too much. You want to highlight in between. Yes, so let us blend this much first. The mucas. Just the way you do an orb. That's how I'm shading my heads, the muca pods. Yes, moving on next to our moon pies. Make sure you leave a highlight in the center, which we are going to be highlighting further with our chalk. Take your time. And the fourth one here. Yes. Next we move to our Knightsbridge. Again, Knightsbridge. I will just add at the edges. There is no need to add on the blacks. You can skip the blacks and just add some graphite on the whites. And then just softly blend it. Like this. That's all you need to do as far as Knightsbridge is concerned. Yes, I'll do the same for all. Blend. Soften the graphite. Pull it towards the center, but do not cover the entire space. Yes. Moving on next to our squid. Adding some graphite at the beginning. At the intersections probably. Let's first blend this much. Take your time. Don't blend too much because you also want highlights. So we'll be using our white chalk. Since our background is colored, it's blue now. So the white chalk and the GellyRoll, they are great fun to work with on the Indirellas. Yes, let me zoom in a little more. Yeah. Soft touches there. Yes. Now as far as white chalk is concerned, highlight the portion where you have not added graphite for your Knightsbridge. Instead, you should use a different blending stub. Soften the chalk, make sure it's not patchy and cakey. Add highlights here. Yes, you can highlight these small little dots or highlights that you left on your Bronx cheers or caviars. And then of course you can highlight the rest of the squid. Intersections, good idea to add some graphite. So it's a good idea to add some touches of graphite here wherever lines are going under. And then you can add chalk in the rest of the spaces. Indirella, the other half. And now just soften the chalk. And we are done shading the style. Yes. So let us move on to the next. Make sure your pencils are sharp enough. If they are not, sharpen them. So let us now shade our finery. Add graphite on both sides of these dividing lines. Yes. And now blend. Blend in such a way that you have a highlight in the center where we are going to add chalk. Take your time. Nicely blend the graphite. Yes. So once you are done blending the graphite, next is to add the chalk. The center portion to be highlighted with the chalk. Soften the chalk, blend it. Make sure it's not patchy. Push it into the paper. Brush off the excess like this. Yeah, let's do the same exercise for the other part of our finery. Yes, some more chalk there for highlights. So all our tiles are now ready. You want to touch some spaces. So we have not yet shaded the squid here. I am going to be shading it in exactly the same way. Add at the intersections, wherever lines seem to be going over, under. Add graphite. Take your time. Slowly blend. And then highlight these small pearls with your GellyRoll. Add chalk where you have not added graphite. As highlights. Soften the chalk with a different stub. And then I think we missed some indirellas here, so let us quickly draw those indirellas. Like these, yes. So finally we have finished our shading. Time to put the tiles together. Yes. Isn't it lovely? Yes, that's what an ensemble is all about. So hope you enjoyed the session. Yes, I shall see you again with some more of such sessions. Till then, have a good time. Bye-bye.